Hello students, my name is Rashmi Khiste. I am a chemistry teacher at Poddar International School, Chinchwad. Today we are going to discuss second chapter of your science textbook, that is acids, bases and salts. So let us begin with our class. Chapter 2, Acids, Bases and Salt. Students, you must have studied about acids and bases in your previous classes, that acids are sour in taste and bases are bitter in taste. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about them in detail. Acids. According to Arrhenius theory, an acid is a substance that produces hydrogen ions when placed in water. When acids or ionic compounds are dissolved in water, the ions split apart from each other, and this process is called as dissociation. For example, HCl is an acid which, when put in water, breaks down into chloride ion and hydrogen ion. So negatively charged chloride ion will be formed and positively charged hydrogen ion will form. And this is the process of dissociation. Properties of acids. Most of the acids are sour in taste. They react with metals to form hydrogen gas. They are highly corrosive in nature, which means they eat away the material while reacting. If any plastic or metal comes in contact with acids corrode their outer surface. Acids have a chemical formula that mostly begins with hydrogen. What happens when zinc metal reacts with hydrochloric acid? When zinc metal reacts with hydrochloric acid, it forms hydrogen gas and a salt, zinc chloride. This type of reaction you have already studied in your previous chapter. This is called as single displacement reaction. Some of the common acids are acetic acid, citric acid, and formic acid. These acids are organic acids. Why? Because they all contain carbon atom in them. Whereas this side we have mineral acids because they don't contain any carbon atom in them. Examples are hydrochloric acid HCl, sulfuric acid H2SO4 and nitric acid HNO3. Classification of acids. An acid can be classified as organic acids, acids which are present in plants and animals, for example, acetic acid and formic acid. There are few plants which also give out acids in the form of their fruits and their vegetables, and the formic acid is produced by ant sting. Inorganic acids. Acids which are obtained from rocks and minerals, they are called as inorganic acids. Examples are hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, and sulfuric acid. Bases. A base is a substance that produces hydroxide ions OH- when placed in water. When bases or ionic compounds are dissolved in water, the ions split apart from each other, and this process is called as dissociation. In this place, we have taken an example of sodium hydroxide, which is a strong base. So when we put sodium hydroxide in water, it splits into Na plus positive ion and OH minus negatively charged ion. So this is the dissociation process of sodium hydroxide. Properties of bases. Most of the bases are bitter in taste and they are slippery or soapy to touch. They are also corrosive in nature. All the bases are not corrosive, but some of them which are very strong, they are corrosive in nature. The chemical formula of the bases mostly ends with hydroxide ions. Now bases are not very commonly found in the plants and animals, but there are still few examples such as broccoli is a vegetable which contains bases, and even spinach also contains some amount of bases. Here in this diagram, you can see that any type of soap, liquid wash or hand wash also contains bases in them. Common bases. Ammonia is a very common base. It is present in the form of gas, but when it dissolves in water, it forms ammonium hydroxide base, which is used as cleaners and fertilizers. Sodium hydroxide is used as liquid in soaps and drain cleaners. Magnesium hydroxide is also used in ingredients which are necessary to form antacids. Indicators. What does it mean by indicator? As we have discussed that acids and bases, they both are corrosive in nature, which means to identify between acid and base, we cannot taste them to identify. So we need some another kind of substance to identify the nature of liquid. Substances which are used to determine nature of an acid or a base are known as acid-base indicator. They are also called as color indicator because they change their color in acidic and basic medium. Types of indicator. Natural indicator. Those substances which can be obtained from nature and they show different color in the acidic and basic medium will be considered as natural indicator. Some common examples of natural indicators are litmus. Now litmus is a substance which is obtained from the lichen, which is a member of Thallophyta group. So the extract of lichen gives us litmus solution. Another examples are red cabbage, turmeric and China rose indicator. Here we will see that how these solutions change their color. Indicators such as litmus solution is actually purple in color, whereas in acid it turns red and in base it will turn blue. So with the help of litmus indicator, we can identify between acidic and basic substance. Turmeric solution is also a natural indicator which actual color is yellow. You can see here in this diagram that yellow color of turmeric is visible. So when we add some amount of lemon juice in it, there is no change in the color of the turmeric indicator. Whereas in the another glass, if you put few drops of baking soda or any other base, the color of the turmeric will turn into reddish brown or a deep red color. So with the help of turmeric, we can also test the acidic and basic medium even at home. There are beetroot juice and red cabbage juice or extract can also be used as indicators. Their actual color is purple. Beetroot remains purple in acid and turns yellow in base. Whereas red cabbage juice turns pink or red in acid and turns green or yellow in base. There is one more natural indicator which is China rose indicator. China rose is a hibiscus plant and we can make the indicator by taking the petals of China rose and boiling it in water. Here you can see the indicator that is China rose. It is slightly pink in color. So when we put this pink China rose indicator in acids, it turns yellow or orange. But when we put it in a basic medium, it turns slightly green in color. So this is how the indicators are used to identify the nature of an acid or a base. For today, we are going to end this lesson, and in the next period, we will continue with the further topic. Thank you.